The history of Light Metal Age magazine is tied to the history of the light metals industry, particularly to the aluminum industry. When Charles Hall and Paul Héroult separately and simultaneously developed an electrolysis process for producing primary aluminum in 1886, it opened the door for the metal to move from a rare, precious ore to a material commonly used in a vast array of industry sectors today, ranging from architecture to transportation. In the early 1900s, aluminum saw growth through the mass production of housewares, such as pots and pans, along with the introduction of kitchen and packaging foil in 1910. However, the real revolution for aluminum was in aviation, where the light weight of the metal helped early aircraft get off the ground. For example, the Wright brothers developed an aluminum engine to enable the flight of the first biplane in 1903, and alloy developments ensuring the strength, hardness, and elasticity of aluminum enabled the construction of the Junkers J-1 in 1915, the first all-metal plane with an aluminum hull. With the start of World War II, the development of faster and more agile aircraft, along with tank and automotive engines, became vital objectives. Aluminum became a key strategic material in these developments, rapidly changing the face of the industry. It was during this period of rapid change and growth that Roy Phelim Jr. combined his interest and educational background as a mining engineer to launch Light Metal Age magazine, with the first issue appearing in 1943. With the startup of the magazine, Roy Phelim proposed a new age in metals, noting that it will be an era of peace, wherein light metal will be the dominant metal in the field of applied manufacture. A truly miracle metal that will become the structural material of industry for automobiles, trucks, trains, bridges, and skyscrapers, and will mark the arrival of the Light Metal Age. Throughout his tenure as the publisher of Light Metal Age, Roy Phelim championed the use of aluminum, magnesium, and titanium by offering a platform for news and technology regarding the industrial manufacturing and processing of these materials. As the industry evolved, the magazine did as well to meet the needs of its readers. After World War II ended, the U.S. aluminum industry continued to be strong. From 1946 to 1949, the U.S. produced 46% of the world's primary aluminum. In the following decade, the focus of aluminum production shifted toward consumer products, such as aluminum washers and dryers in the early 1950s, and the introduction of the aluminum can in the U.S. in 1958. The use of aluminum continued to grow in building and construction, an iconic example of which is the Empire State Building, built in 1930. By the early 1970s, Light Metal Age shifted from having a national circulation to being a magazine read around the world. Over the following decades, the magazine was witness to critical changes in international production levels. In the 1990s, China began to slowly have a larger role in the aluminum market, eventually becoming the largest producer of primary aluminum in the world. In the 2000s, the Middle East also quickly rose to be a global player in primary aluminum. Meanwhile, the crisis of 2008 to 2009 led to large-scale closures of smelters in North America and Europe. In the current decade, the aluminum industry is seeing a resurgence of growth as a result of continuing global urbanization and industrialization. The automotive industry in particular is a driving force for aluminum, as the industry works to improve the fuel economy of its vehicles. Cars and trucks, such as the Ford F-150, are using aluminum sheet and extrusion profiles at greater rates than ever before, and the demand is expected to continue to grow in the future. After Roy Phelim Jr. passed in 1993, his daughter, Anne Marie Phelim, took over as publisher, carrying on a legacy of quality journalism in support of the aluminum and light metal industries. Through its 7+ decades, Light Metal Age has followed the evolution of the aluminum industry and its technology with an archive of over 3,600 technical articles covering a full range of manufacturing processes, from smelting and recycling to aluminum casting, extrusion, rolling, and other manufacturing processes. Moving forward, Light Metal Age will continue to expand its editorial scope to include new developments, such as advanced joining processes and forming and fabrication technologies, as well as manufacturing technologies of the future, such as additive manufacturing or 3D printing. Light Metal Age will continue to be at the forefront of the light metal era, dedicating itself to providing the aluminum community the timely news and knowledge that will help them to succeed.